right, folks. You know who this is. Macaroni Tony, a.k.a. Willie, b.k.a. whatever you want to call it. But anyway, everybody knows who I am. It's just like I'm a movie star. Listen, this is about, this is my dog, Kane. I call him Kane because he remind me of cotton candy. You know, like, he's so smooth. He soothes my soul, and sometimes it's always good to have a dog. Look at him. He ain't number 13 weeks old, and he's faster than a fucking lizard. Look at him. This is my baby. Look, Kane. Look, see? Look, see like that. See like that? See, Kane? See? My baby love me. Yeah, that's right. We chill like peanut butter and jelly. No, we taste it like peanut butter and jelly. Oh man. So anyway, let me tell you, I like this dog. This dog here helped me out a whole lot. And I'm single. I've been single for a long time, and I will remain single. I have no children. No little macaroni and cheese running around here. I have no babies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? I know how to stick it in, get it good, and when it get ready, I know how to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is my little baby. I'm learning how to be so loving that I can love others. Just I love my boo boo. You know what I'm saying? But what dog, why you looking on me? You lean on me like I'm a motherfucker a chocolate Hershey bar. You know what I'm saying? How you looking on me? Yeah, goddamn, what you got going on? Wait, let me put the dog down. Go, he is licky. Come on, baby. All right, you want to lay down? Oh, boy, lay down.
That's
There you go.
good
You're a big
because
one. All right?
it's good because
Eh,
chocolate's bad for dogs.
Come on, baby. It ain't.
Supposedly, that's
It
word on the
ain't, it,
street.
ain't, it, ain't, it, ain't, it ain't bad for this dog.
Word on the
This
street.
dog here love chocolate. That's why they call me Willie Wonka. I ain't gonna say what it is. But anyway, I want to tell y'all something like these dogs, when you have these dogs on the leash, and sometimes you can walk that dog and that dog will get stubborn sometimes. Sometimes you got to drop the leash and that dog will automatically sit. And I learned that because when in March of 2014, not 14, what it was, 2024, satellite police stopped me because I was driving a car that the register owner on it, that the register owner license was suspended. And they had a C tag order for the car. So here I am. As soon as the lady approached me, the first thing she said, "Oh, you not the register owner of the car. Because the register owner of the car is a Puerto Rican. And I'm not Puerto Rican. Do I look Puerto Rican? I look like I'm hanging around there with the Mandingo Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Chilling out and doing the Cuban shuffle with the Zulu Warriors. You know what I mean? So anyway, they pulled me out. First off, once he realized that I wasn't the registered owner of the car, then that's supposed to have stopped all investigation because the investigation was satisfied because I wasn't the registered owner of that car. You know what I'm saying? They was not.
And you had a valid license.
Yes, I have a valid license, but that doesn't matter. Once he realized that I wasn't arrested owner of the car, then they were not supposed to ask me for my license, registration, or none of that. But instead, they racially profiled me because I was a black man driving at night.
Yeah.
And when they pulled me over and they realized that I wasn't the rest owner of that car, under their pretense, they want to pull me out. They had no reason to pull me out of that car. But you know what they did? They pulled me out. They pulled me out the car. And then gonna ask me all these stupid ass questions. And who car this is? I said, well, my friend let me hold it to go pick her up while she was working at Lido. That's where I'm on my way to. And the lady gonna say that, how do we know the car is stolen? What you mean how we know the car is stolen? That shit wasn't on all the board, but they got that there was a stolen car. You know what I'm saying? So my friend proved to her that she was lying. Then she said, oh, we're gonna call the K-line. Why you gonna call the K-line for? What, it go from a citation to a drug investigation, and you didn't find no drugs in my car. So here it is, the dog it started on the right side. He walked the dog all the way around the car. And then when he got to my window, he dropped the leash and kept walking all the way around. Now, and especially people that train dogs, that anytime you have a dog on a leash, a trained dog, and you drop that leash, that dog gonna automatically sit down. And then the party be saying, oh, that's where the drug is on the driver's side. Because the dog sat down. So now they toward the driver's side and they ain't find no drug. Then they go on the passenger side, all of a sudden, they found a little weed and a paraphernalia. They're gonna say that it belonged to me. Mother, I'm gonna tell you something. For one thing, that dog went past that and then he was sniffing.
Right.
So when he let the leash go and the dog sat down, all of a sudden, they got reason to search the car. So they searched the car and they did not find no weed drugs on the driver's side. And they've been letting me go. I stood back there back of the car. They checked my history and everything. And they were gonna let me go till all of a sudden I also come out and say, well, I'm gonna read you your memorandum rights. And he want me to admit to finding some drugs way back there on A1A and back of Ford police car. And I think his name was Abraham something. South Police Department. And so I said, man, I'm not admitting that. Y'all didn't get that drugs off me. I don't even know where they even come from. They ain't found no drugs in my car. And then so they tell me if I don't admit to it, they gonna arrest me for possession of drugs, tamper with evidence, and what else? And paraphernalia.
Yeah, I don't know. But let me tell you this. So me and Tony meet in jail, and I'm kind of like, but the default law guy, just because I'm doing a bunch of fucking law for myself, right? And somehow I got introduced to Tony's case, right? And I'm hearing this, and I'm like, so wait a second. You're driving in Satellite Beach late. It was what, a Friday night, Saturday night, late,
Yeah,
like
Friday
like
night.
1:30 in the morning or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And they get behind you and they pull you into a parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they come up and they say that there's a seize tag order and that you're not the owner, right? Obviously, right? Okay, right. Now, we learned the law later that they should have just stopped. I was thinking at the time, worst case scenario, they should check to see that you're not the owner. And if the car's not reported stolen, then there's really nothing they can say to you. Like, you're a legal driver, right?
Yeah, but
I don't even think they were allowed to do that, though,
no,
right?
no,
Right?
they wasn't allowed to do that, but they do it, and then not because too many people don't challenge it.
Because they don't
But
challenge
not
it.
only that, from the get go, if she pulled me over because the registered owner of that car license is suspended
And it's not you.
and they had a seize tag order, that's the reason why they pulled me, because to her, she didn't know who was driving the car.
But this all turns out to be horseshit because the girl that let you use the car, who's what, dating the guy that owns the car,
don't.
she comes, they bring her there, right? And she leaves in the car?
Yeah, you gotta understand this, Mike, is that they pulled the car over. The main reason they pulled the car over because they thought that I was a registered owner. And when they pull up on the computer, his license suspended. Right. But the moment she get out of the car and she approached me and see that I wasn't a registered owner, that the whole investigation, the traffic investigation should have been stopped right then and there.
Yeah, because there's no other reason. There's no stolen car report.
But instead, they went far beyond. Like absolutely. Pulled me out of the car under some pretense that this car could be stolen, which they know it ain't stolen. Now they want to run the dog around the car. The dog go on the passenger side, it's sniffed along the passenger side, but it didn't indicate that they were in a paraphernalia over there. So when they get down around to my side, the dog trainer dropped the leash, and the dog immediately stopped, and he went all the way back around and threw a ball for the dog to get up. You know what I'm saying? And when I told that, the dog indicated that there was drugs on the driver's side. But he did not find any drugs on the driver's side. Yeah. And he found a little bag of weed and a paraphernalia straw. Ain't gonna say that it would belong to me. No. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's what they have planted. Right. And then if you look at the video, you'll see the officer go and double check the car again and come out and put something in the pocket as he go around the car. Yeah. And but the thing is this here, they want to get me to admit the drugs that I never had.
So let me put it this way. I shorten this up. A lot of people ask me for help with legal shit. Okay. A lot. Over the years, a lot did, right? Very rarely, I can't give numbers because I don't keep track, but very rarely did somebody have a legitimate story. You know what I mean? Like a completely legit story all the way through. When I was reading yours, I was like, this is the most fucked up thing I've ever fucking read. Like, they pulled him over for being black at Satellite Beach, basically, is what happened. They had no drugs. They had nothing on him. They couldn't get him. They let another girl come take the car that had a suspended license, even though his license was fine. So they let her drive the car. So obviously it's okay to drive the car, and you're going to let a white girl drive away that has a suspended license. But the black guy with the valid license can't drive the car for some reason. And then this amazing drug dog, because in the police reports, which he hasn't talked about, they really hype up how good this drug dog is. It's like world champion dog, right? They really talk about this champion dog. And then, so this champion dog comes for some reason, which there's no reason to even have the drug dog search, right? But they'd have it anyway. And when the dog comes, it walks right by the drugs and goes. It walks right by the drugs and goes.
Not on that
are laying on the ground.
Yeah, but it went past those same drugs twice,
right?
And he did not sniff
and didn't do anything.
So that means that drug dog is not really a drug dog if he cannot sniff no drugs.
It either means the drug dog is not a drug dog and he's not a world champion drug dog like they're saying, or the drugs weren't there on the ground because they were in the guy's pocket.
And they didn't want to let me go because I have a history of selling drugs.
Right. And the complaint or their evidence was they found this bag and it's it was not even that close, right? And they have no evidence that you could have possibly ever had that bag. They find it underground, and they claim that it looks like something in your car, in the car.
So the Cam Dash did not see anything come out my car, nothing, and they said that because the bag is similar to the one that I have in the car, then it had to be my bag. But there's a million motherfucking glass bags around this summer bitch. And they're gonna say because I have a black bag in the car and similar to this black bag, and that's my job. And then the also white woman with a tattoo look like it could be a he and be on a football team. You know what I'm saying? But she said that the road was clear before I pull up. How can she determine that the road was clear, that there was nothing on the ground?
Right.
As I pull up. They sent me to jail for it.
There was a video, right? And it didn't show it either, right?
No, the video didn't show. The video was clearly let you see that there was nothing came out my car, and that she cannot determine that the road was clear.
So let's go one level higher with this. This is the kind of shit that black people have to deal with all the time.
Every day,
white people,
all day.
And white people don't.
And for the white car.
And the proof of that is
in the pudding.
When it finally happens to white people, like with the ICE shit in Minnesota, it becomes a big national deal and is on the news all the time. But this is the kind of shit that happens. Black people are like, this happens to us every fucking day. Like,
and
what the fuck are you talking about?
And the thing is this here, right? You know what I'm saying? And the one other ones told me that they were trained and programmed to believe that once someone get arrested with drugs, 9 out of 10, he gonna have drugs on him. You know? And so I said, man, I'm not admitting to that. Then they said they're gonna hit me with the hardest charge. I said, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm innocent, I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in and willing to die and sacrifice and all that shit there. So when they locked me up and put me in jail, you know, I had my like little paperwork you get in court, and I showed police report, and I showed Mike, and Mike then he couldn't like dodge it, like, damn, like you in here for driving while I'm black and sunlight. I said, hell yeah. It must be some real goddamn Beast Boy KKK going over that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now let's go to two different things. One is, okay, I was like, okay, this is actually a case worth fighting because you didn't do it and you could win because everything's on your side, right? But here's the problem with that. Like, even if you have a case that you can easily win, right? Like, say you didn't do it, like this case, right? They got the whole odds stacked against you because they fucking hold you and they either deny you bond or they set your bond at some ridiculous bond, and now you're stuck in jail, right? And your whole life's been uprooted and fucked over, right? And you're trapped in a jail and you have limited access to any legal materials and all that kind of stuff. And you have to defend yourself from the jail with no real legal access, pay a piece of shit public defender that's not paying attention to your case and is not really trying to fight it like that, like dig into the facts and fight it real hard, right? They're just saying, well, just take a plea. They want you to take a plea.
You know what? At that time, I was on a 2-year probation, right? You know, and
so they violated you, right?
So yeah, they violated me at the same time. And so while I'm up there for to go to a violation hearing, here come my part defender, the same one that got me the 2 years, gonna tell me that, well, the state offer you 3 years for everything. 3 years? You think I'm gonna accept 3 years for something I didn't do?
Right.
Man, fuck that. You feel me? And so, and I said, man, that don't want to be my job. He said, no, Willie. He said in front of everybody, now, Willie, everybody know that was your job. I said, you know what? I said, I want to talk to the, I want to talk to the judge. And when I went in there and I told that judge, I said, Your Honor, I said that I'm going to fire my lawyer because he believed and said to everybody else that everybody knows that those drugs were yours. How the motherfucker he working for me look like he working against me? And so the judge let me file, and I told you I'm going to represent myself. You know what I'm saying? He had me one of my high grade in school. I said, the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? He said, Are you sure? I said, Hell yeah, I'm sure. And I fired that soft son of a bitch. Just wanted to just throw my life down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Get 3 years.
Hey,
what
was the end result of this?
The end result is this. I represent myself. I was a what you call it, esquire on my own. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I had to do is just look how they write things up and copy them, just put them on the word. And next thing you know, I read myself for 5 years. 5 months. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna have a court counsel. And a court counsel came along and he realized I was in jail for 14 months for nothing. And he went to a motion to suppress hearing. And he won. He won based on the fact that they did not have any reason to go any further when she recognized that I wasn't the rest of the owner. 14 fucking months in that bitch. For nothing. For nothing. So, how do I feel? Right now, I believe I can fly. Man, that fucked up. Sound like beat. There's some racial ass cops up there. And I'm telling you, folks, do not go for anything. Because they are trained to trick and falsely accuse you of something you did not do. Talk to this jailhouse lawyer. He couldn't be my jailhouse lawyer. That bitch probably gave me a life sentence upon the jail and on top of the jail. So I represent my motherfucking self like my name was Johnny Costa. You hear me? I had this. You know what I'm saying? I had a mind of Johnny Costa. I had a mind like Al Shaw. What you talking about, kid? And all you dudes out there talking about, oh, Willie is a snitch. I don't snitch on nobody. I'm old school. Snitching, get stitches. And you cannot find nobody, no record of me snitching on anybody. I just know how to finagle just like the police know how to finagle. I capitalize on their mistakes. Just like they capitalize on our mistakes. That's all I did. And look where I'm at now. 14 fucking freaking months later. Some bitches.
Yeah.
That really pissed me off. I feel infuriated.
And think about it. It took you 14 months to win.
It was 14 months. They got to do enough final charges. It's gonna take them longer than that. Hey. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you something, right? Is that prison is designed to incarcerate those of the struggle that lived in the trenches of society. People like us. I was in there and I seen white dude with the same charge I got. They get slapped on the wrist. Probation. I'm saying robbery. And they don't look at them. I said, man, why didn't that happen to me? They don't have the black people.
Especially ones with a record.
Yeah. And some of the dudes now should have been there for a long time, but guess what? They get out to continue their enterprise. He's getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? Look at my doggy. See my body can't still hump. You know what I'm saying? I know. What up, baby?
I think the dog's saying his bullshit detector's out.
You know what I'm saying? On some real serious stuff, Like, I hate the fact, man, that people with the same crime, white people get left free, and we have to suffer. You know what I'm saying? We have to suffer. So all you dead Jacobs out there, wake up, smell the coffee. This is not Maxwell House. It is Folger, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, think about that, people. If you have a system where the government can basically grab you and hold you for 14 months with a ridiculous fucking case. And honestly, this is the kind of thing that should have been thrown out at arraignment at best.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at 33 days. But yet the state attorney think that she had a case and refused.
Well, it's more like this. It's more like an overwhelmed public defender's office gets notice that of this case probably the day you're going into court or whatever for your first appearance, right? And so they just look at the piece of paper real quick. They look and see that you have a record, and they're not going to spend 2 seconds looking into figuring this case out. They're just going to be like, all right, well, we'll deal with this later.
And they know they don't have a case, but yet they want to go in there with this fucking trickery and fuckery and think that you're going to cop out to the first thing smoking and admit to something you never did.
Right.
That's what they do.
Like, take the plea.
I'm saying, yeah, take what plea? Man, you kiss me. Had to ask my boy had they ever kissed a goddamn
and then the state will come with some ridiculous plea like, here, 5 years. And you'll be like, and they'll be like, what? No way, 5 years. And your public defender will be like, look, man, you're a repeat offender.
Yeah, you should take it.
You should probably take it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Could get worse.
Yeah, and
even though they don't have any evidence.
And your defender get mad just because you refuse to take the motherfucking shit.
Yeah. I mean, you're black and you were driving in Satellite Beach.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, can a black man be on the beach side and enjoy the scenery? You know what I'm saying? And not on that, there. So let me tell you about this summer biscuit named Chef Wayne Ivory.
All right, well, that's going to have to be a whole nother episode.
Well, you gotta listen to what I got to say, dog.
All right, so we're gonna wind up leaving right there because we're already at the point. But this leads to a whole new can of worms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Goodbye. Right, like and subscribe because now it's gonna get good.
I'm gonna tell you about Wayne Ivory.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting really good. It's gonna start getting good.